Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in for this UAE Division 1 match, the first one for our second team this year. Thank you all for joining us. A lot of new faces in the squad, a lot of old faces in the squad today as well. We're looking forward to a great game. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes with the squad announcement. Stay tuned. Kick off in 10 minutes. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, far and wide, Bahrain supporters. We're looking forward to an absolutely fantastic barnstorming game here at the beautiful Ain Amblers RFC Rugby Club. Beautiful setup they have here. Fantastic host so far. Hopefully, we can put on a fantastic show for you today. So we'll just go through our starting lineup so far. We've got a trio of South African absolute animals. Big, heavy pack to start us off today with Cam Thompson, Nick Young, captain in the side for the first time, and Big G. Talal, our token Bahraini here in the second row, and Brandon McGee, debutant, looking to put on a big show on his debut. Absolutely barnstorming type 5. Ollie Sanson, old Bahrain stalwart, makes a return, wearing the 6 shirt, previously a front rower. Daniel Searle, part of our Saudi contingent, training really well at the moment, so fantastic to see him make his debut. And Saul Piper, another stalwart for Bahrain, coming in at 7. Going to be running rampant today, I'm sure. And our back liner, Jean and Wilhelm, another South African duo. A couple of halfbacks, really looking to release our tantalising back line today. Dan Dryden, vice captain today, looking to bring some leadership. Obviously had a lot of appearances for the first team throughout his years with Bahrain. Now here to lead in the back line. Matthew Richards wearing the 11 shirt. Plenty of pace in the back line. Josh Petro, fullback. Another first team player, getting some more game time in him. Looking to see a really big performance from him. And Diego, golden oldie, stalwart, and an absolute breakout player for the twos. An absolute dynamite back three. Looking forward to some big performances today. That is our starting lineup. We're about 2 minutes out from kickoff. The lads have just gone in. And we are about ready to go. I'm joined here in the commentary box by Lee Stones. He's on the camera today. If anything looks a bit dodgy, please private message him. It's his cock up, not mine. Any words before kickoff, Lee?
No, it's great to be here again. Lovely evening. And yeah, what a beautiful grounds. And what's really nice to see is we actually got 4 Colts playing today. 2 of them debutants as well, so that's going to be really good to watch them trying to get some time at the end of the game, coming off the bench. And again, the 2 Brandons, also debutants today. So it's really good to see some fresh faces out here, and I think it's going to be a really good evening.
Absolutely, some fresh blood amongst us. So it's great to see some really good opportunities within the second team this year to get plenty of game time and get game time into some old boys and some younger lads. So great time had by all tonight. We're about a minute from kickoff and we'll be right back. Here we go. The hosts taken to the field first. Elaine, currently top of the table in the UAE Division 1. So they've had a really strong start to their season. 4 wins from 4. Really big side by the looks of them. They've been putting on some really good performances. And they will be defending their fortress with everything they have, I'm sure. Bahrain starting with a nice seasoned front row, so it'll be interesting to see how set piece goes on. Nick Young there, hands on hips, captain in the side for the first time. Been working really hard in pre-season. My apology, this is the host coming on now. Bahrain wearing black threw me off. The hosts wearing purple tonight. Coming out to a bit of Thunderstruck. And no doubt they will be chomping at the bit to get on the board early. As I said, really dominant start to the season. Bahrain a mixed bag, just 2 games in the UAE Division 1 so far. 1 away win against Tigers. And 1 loss at home against Exiles 2s in the scorching heat. Certainly an unfortunate loss. Bahrain still stinging a little bit from that, I'm sure. Here we go. Elaine to take us away. Shout out to everyone tuning in from the club. There's a few of you there, good few of you there, having a few drinks, enjoying the time and enjoying the broadcast. So the lads feel your support wherever they are, and we appreciate it. Elaine to take us away. Lovely take, big carry by Brendan, the debutant. Unfortunately, he's been caught lacking there, just a little bit isolated. He looked dynamic in that carry though. It bodes well, but not the result Bahrain wanted from the kickoff. Just a nice little nudge into the corner. Elaine, I'm sure, will look to build some pressure here. Great opportunity to set themselves up in Bahrain's 22. Set pieces are no doubt going to be a big part of this game, as it is most games, but the bigger lane pack looking to assert their dominance. That's a lovely take. Looked like a well-drilled line-up. Good movement across the floor. And they get set up very nicely in the maul, and they get that trundling along. Just breaks up. Fortunately, that looked like it had wheels, so Bahrain do well to stop that in its tracks. Here we go, another penalty Elaine. Poor discipline from Bahrain to start with. Just need to shape up and keep their composure a little bit more. There's no need to give away early points. Need to trust their defence. And looks like they're lining up for a little tap and go. Elaine backing themselves early. I love to see it. Not afraid to play. Big carry, big collision there. And it looks like it's been ripped. Just a knock on. 3 calls in on the bounce for Bahrain, not going their way. Ollie Sanson getting involved early. Returning to Bahrain for an appearance after a short break last season. He was with the club for 6 or 7 years previous to that. Great to have him back. What a player and what a bloke. First scrum then. Let's see what Elaine have to offer. Up front. Just some early errors will frustrate Bahrain early. Be calling on some of the experienced heads to just calm the ship. So they've got a bit of a push on, and they've got the advantage. And they're going quick again. Elaine really here to play rugby today. Looks like we're in for an exciting game. So absolutely no interest in taking the points. They might even reset for the scrum. Just 3 minutes in then. An interesting start. Elaine's certainly chomping at the bit, like we said, to defend their fortress, the great club they have here. Top of the table. Bahrain are really going to have to put on a performance to dethrone them. Another big shove all together. Really good shape they have in the Elaine scrum. Just a little bit messy. Bahrain happy with that outcome. chance to exit. Hopefully relieve some pressure, get out of their 22 and look to play some of their rugby. A strong start from the hosts. The boys have been working hard over Christmas, so Bahrain coming into this well conditioned. They'll know it's going to be an 18-minute arm wrestle all the way through. And that's a good nudge. Would have liked to find a little bit more grass, a little bit deeper, but works out quite nicely. Very nice. Matty Richards working hard there to stop the quick throw. Yeah, Lane with another throw. First line out looked pretty clean. Bahrain will have to disrupt plenty of this at set piece time. Allow the big Bahraini just up front, jumping in that 2 spot. But they get up on uncontested again. Lindsay Gibson, forwards coach, will definitely be bringing that up. Can't give him that easy ball. Lovely carry through the middle as well from Elaine. On some pressure, but they have turned over. Here we go. Bahrain, will they just look to exit? Just a little carry here. Just a little bit too far into the centre of the pitch, probably to exit comfortably. Big G. The 42-year-old monster still going strong. Has so much to offer, still life in his old legs. Little ball over the top. Oh, but Matty Richards fails to claim it. Unfortunate. Boys looking to play. I mean, both sides. Bahrain not afraid to play out their 22. Not sure what the reaction from the coaches would be, but you can't knock the ambition. You go alone with another put in, their 3rd scrum of the day. They've had ascendancy for sure so far. Just collapses on the tighter side. A little bit messy for the big boys. Here we go. Another little reset. Here we go then. Another reset. Bahrain still struggling to get out of their half. Elaine really turning the screw here, but they won't be happy if they don't come away with any points. These two sides obviously hoping to make the playoffs this year, both sitting in decent positions to do so. Oh, beautiful. Absolute steal there, but the referee's too wise to it. And he's had a little bit of roll on the floor. It's a shame. Little nudge perfectly into the corner. Couldn't have placed it there better. Another 5 metre opportunity. Here we go then. 2 clean, easy wins from Elaine so far. Bahrain, will they stay down or compete here? Little 5-man line up. Here we go. They get up clean, Bahrain staying down, and they do sack legally as well. Referee deems it legal. That's a really, really nice sack there. That first, and it looks like it's been turned as well. Incredible D from Bahrain. Can we get a clear line? It's an unfortunate outcome. Ooh. Someone's nearly had their dinner plate demolished by the ball in the outside clubhouse area, in the paddock. But Elaine won't be too disheartened with that outcome. They've got another go. Bahrain from 10 metres out or so. Elaine Hooker hitting his mark every time so far. No mistake. Does so again, double tops. And they've just managed to stay up as well. This could have a bit of momentum here. This looks dangerous from Elaine. Really well set up, super organised. You can say this is going to be a massive tool for them all day long. And it looks like he is over. Yes, that's a try for Elaine. Really nicely worked. Really nicely worked. Bahrain will be absolutely good with that, but you can't knock it. That is super surgical from the Elaine boys. A little bit of a wake-up call for Bahrain. Not managed to get out of their own half. They've just been pinned down by a strong, organised and clinical Elaine team in this first 10 minutes. Taking the score to 5 points to 0. Kick to come. Relatively simple kick. This should just be just a little knockover. Taking the score to 7-0. Bahrain will be under those posts. They'll be organising. They won't be happy with that start. I'm sure they'll look for territory now to kick deep. Hope that Elaine exit and they just get a little bit of territory in the Elaine half. Nice, 7 points. The kick is successful. Really impressive start from Elaine. And Bahrain are still on the plane, unfortunately. A long bus journey here from the Dubai airport. About a 2-hour bus journey, so just get that journey out of the legs. They need to dust off the cobwebs and get going because this game could slip away quite quickly. They opt for a short, and that looks, unfortunate. That's not gathered, but that is a beautiful kick. They did actually kick to compete, which is a fair option, to be fair, especially when the kick's that good. But that is just a bit messy there, a little bit of a miscommunication. Josh Petro to regain. The fullback does really well there. Stays strong, stays up long enough to get plenty of support. Just need to slow the ball here. Yeah, Jean, the scrum half here. Experience to know when to slow it down, when he needs to put the foot on the ball. Let the boys regain. Lovely ball to Wilhelm. Decent clearance, but given the opportunity to come back. Chases his own kick as well. It's great work from Wilhelm. So what can Elaine do from the 10 metre? We've seen what they can do from set piece. They do. Looking to move the ball. They're moving the ball beautifully well. Oh, that's just poor tackle by Dan Dryden. He's just allowed him to slip past there. That he will not be happy with that. Just poor defence. Strong carry by the Elaine player there. Didn't quite catch his number, but just Dan won't be happy with that. Can't be letting him slip through. 12 points to 0 then. Early doors. Just an absolute nightmare to start. Nightmare start. But still plenty of time to play yet. Certainly will not be coming out with their tails out between their legs, I'm sure, Bahrain. They haven't come this far. Just a bit of a shank on the kick. Dropped short and wide. Bahrain a little bit of a let off of the 2 points there. Not the cleanest strike. Here we go. What's the call here? This is when your leaders come into play. Who's going to take this game by the scruff of the neck for Bahrain?
Yeah, you can look over there.
Six. It's unfortunate. Not the best kick. Back, I'm sure Lane will select for the scrum. The way their set piece has been going so far. Just Bahrain will be hoping to tire out this big pack. Certainly a big physical pack they have. They look well organised as well, Lane. So as this game goes on, it'll be interesting to see, one, what Elaine have on the bench, but also how long these big boys last. Because they are going through a lot of work at the moment. There you go. Elaine get the ball back. Nice and clean again. They do go to the blind side. Bahrain had no trouble turning over the ball on several occasions here, this time completely legally. And that's a lovely nudge. Finds a little bit of grass. This unfortunate bounce just steps up a little bit more than he would have liked. And that's a really nice step. Elaine in a bit of open space here. Wilhelm, lovely hands, lovely step as well. Chris Krupp just gets eaten a little bit there, but presents well. Ball's there clean for Jean to get it away. Josh Petru. Big carry up the middle. Bahrain finally putting some phases together. Looking good here. Brandon just forgets to take the ball with him. Ollie Sanson, big barreling carry there. Love to see him back. Josh Petro with the nudge into the corner. Looking for a really big performance from him today. Had a really good Dubai Sevens tournament. Yeah, and here we go. Bahrain's first chance at line-out time. The captain, Nick Young, feeding into the line-out. And this is a really big moment. Can Bahrain just quash the momentum of Elaine and put some points on the board? It's a minimum of 3 points now. They're in this red zone. Salah going up. Elaine steal though. Nick Young rifling through. That's a great hit. Really good pressure, but just not good enough from the lads at crunch time. Elaine do exit. They have another chance at the line out just outside the 22. Just not quite there, the detail at the moment here for Bahrain. But they'll ease into this game, I'm sure. Just can't let it get away from them. They need points on the board. Show Elaine they're here to play. It's got to be bankable here. Something nice and easy, get that momentum going. But yeah, it seems legal. Looked a little bit skewed from here, but the ref knows best. Here we go, Cam Thompson. Lovely big carry. Looked like a bit of a head-on head, but done really well there. To tidy this up is Ollie Sanson as well again on the big carry. Looking really busy around the fringes. A little bit of razzle-dazzle from, but he's been ripped. Dan Dryden again. Some big collisions coming in here at breakdown time. Here we go. Bit of a shank, but he's found grass. Here to Josh. What will Josh opt to do here? He's got a bit of time and he's got pace to burn. Here he goes, straight through the middle. That's dynamite. Has he got the pace to go a little bit further? Has he got the support? He throws the ball away. A little bit unnecessary there, just offload. But Bahrain have retained it. Lovely break from Josh there. More of that, please. Love to see it. Really dangerous in the open field. Here we go, and some Bahrain penalty. Second offside call. Oh no. Off his feet is the call. Josh Petro, the man. Nudging into the corner then. Multifaceted part of his game. Really strong kicker as well. As well as a dynamite line breaker. Here we go then. Things to tidy up for Bahrain, but a little bit of positivity, I'm sure. Those big moments can cause serious momentum swings. And Bahrain really needs some points. Let's go. Halfway through this first half. Lovely bit of weather here today as well. Here in the lane. Just 22 degrees, perfect conditions. Relatively dry, not too much moisture in the air. Should see some really nice free-flowing rugby here. I should have plenty of confidence to play. Oosh, that lane, just absolute brick wall, the lane. Defending really hard. Again, another big carry, but looked like there wasn't too many hands in that carry. Just running head first into a man. Not gone from a lane then. So but can Bahrain retain in their own scrum? Just need some clean ball here. Build some confidence. We need this foundation set piece. Not quite operating to the best of its ability at the moment. The game is young. Sean with the put in. Honorary golden oldie, as well as second team, first team squad player. Some really good maturity and experience in his game. That will certainly help some of the younger members of the squad today. Nice cool head. And of course, shout out to all of our golden oldies watching in today. I'm sure you'll be tuning in. A few of our golden oldies contingent in the squad. Awesome to have. Here we go then. How will this scrum pan out? Oof, just pops a little bit. And that's Big G on the tight head side. We'll head straight through the middle. Matt Richards with pace to burn as well, and he is under the post. That is absolutely gorgeous. As long as it's not pulled back, the ref has awarded the try, I believe. But look, it could have been a tad forward, but the ref has given the try, and that is absolutely gorgeous. Matty Richards, what a great finish, what a great line, what a great finish, and Wilhelm just slicing him through that back line. And they will be elated with that. Elated? Elated is the word. I said delighted and elated at the same time. Relatively simple kick. Who have we got that? It's Dan Dryden? Dan Dryden with the nudge, and it's successful. That's exact. Willem, sorry? Yeah. My apologies. Willem took his scrum cap off for that kick. Lovely nudge. 12-7 now. We have a game on our hands. Bahrain said not just lying down. They've really got to build on this momentum. But that is an incredible try. They'll be absolutely chuffed with that. Off the set piece as well. Kick looked a little bit short. And Elaine, have they regained? Oh no, Bahrain come out with the top. Just a little bit of execution at the end, not happening. And we'll take it. Really good outcome. We'll take that every day of the week. Now you could just feel that momentum shifting just ever so slightly. Elaine come out, guns blazing, as you do so often when you're playing at home in front of your own crowd, at your own fortress. You're undefeated in the league. You're going to really come out with that momentum early doors. Once the game settles a little bit, we have the visitors starting to build a little bit their own momentum. Sometimes it just takes 10-15 minutes to get all the juices flowing. And here we go. Another scoring opportunity for Bahrain, if they can get clean ball. First two lineouts just gone awry a little bit. One stolen. There we go. The backs, I'm sure, will be absolute screaming for this. If Bahrain don't get a nice trundle on after that first try, they'll be looking to slice up this Elaine back line all day long. There is opportunities there for sure. With the pace of Josh Petra and Matthew Richards in that back line. And that's without even mentioning Diego, absolutely lightning fast himself as well. Not the cleanest ball, just a little tap back. Needs to be slightly better than that. Little opportunity squandered, but Elaine still to exit. So, interesting first quarter of this game for sure. Like I said, we knew it was going to be a battle. Elaine had a really strong start to this season. They look like they've got a mature and well-sized team. And they certainly look well-drilled thus far, so it's definitely going to be a battle. And no doubt Elaine will be there and thereabouts at the playoff time. Wilhelm, fly half, just getting a bit of treatment. Looks like he might have a poorly rib. Bless his soul. Get that magic sponge on. I'm sure he'll be right as rain. Another South African. Give him a little mouthful of biltong and he'll be on his way, I'm sure. So there we go. Clock off here. Little break in play. Just about 25 minutes in. Give us time to review our young and exciting bench. So on the bench today, we've got Big Brandon, one of our golden oldie contingent, absolute monster of a man. The American, really exciting to have him. Young George Swinston, so we go from a real old to real young George Swinston, just a 16-year-old. And Alex Stones, our lovely cameraman's son, our proud cameraman today, his son making his debut. Cole Crawford, plenty of appearances for the second team so far, so another exciting to have him. Stewie, playing the 20 shirt, another man that's got pace to burn, and he'll be really exciting to come on. And James Wheeler, part of our Saudi contingent as well, joining the squad quite late on in the week. But to have him in the squad as well is really exciting. So, young bench, looking to inject some real energy and enthusiasm later on as this game develops. So I'm sure there are still points to come yet. Here we go, nice solid scrum from Bahrain. Managed to lock down the Elaine, but they have got on the edge. They've got around on the edge, but Elaine squander that again. But penalties awarded, offside. Here we go then. Elaine, chance to nudge Bahrain down into the corner. Not a bad kick from that angle. Actually, sorry, my apologies. A little bit shorter than he would have expected, I'm sure. Or he would have liked. Just inside the Bahrain 10. Just discipline for Bahrain. Penalty count is probably around the 5 or 6 mark already at this stage in the game. A little bit higher than they would have liked, and just giving Ain easy territory, easy chances, and easy set pieces to win. And they are looking really well organised there at line-out time. They definitely have the ascendancy there. Something Coach Lindsay Gibson and Jack Parry will be definitely instructing to improve. But Ain just one out rugby. Bahrain really going to have to front up. Their big ball carrier is going to just keep coming, but Bahrain have really been dangerous at the breakdown. Managed to turn over a few at the cost of a few penalties there again. Interesting that Ain haven't opted to go for any points so far. They've had a few penalties in range, but perhaps not backing their kicker, or perhaps just here to play and put some points on the board, and they do elect for the points here. Relatively straightforward kick, you'd think. Keep the scoreboard ticking over for Ain, like I said, just trying to squash Bahrain's momentum now. So important for Bahrain not to let Ain get away from them. Just keeping that breathing distance, keeping that pressure on, especially with such a exuberant, youthful bench to come on. And he does slot that, no mistake. 3 points, takes him to 15-7. Wilhelm looking to clean up that little error. He's put one just short, giving Ain a chance to scrum on the halfway line. Anything Bahrain can do just to squash the set piece chances that Ain have. That's nice and deep. Quite a good length, just outside the 22. Be happy with that length. Not giving Ain an easy exit. Not being able to kick out on the full, obviously outside their 22. And they're looking to play out as well, and they do get it wide. Really slick hands from Ain. This man's got some wheels, but he gets caught and he does knock on. Very good cover. Good work from Chris Kropp there. Really nice cover. But Ain looking dangerous when they do get the ball out wide. Like I said, they are playing some one-out rugby, but when they're moving the ball, it's slick. Looks like time off here as well. Just a little Ain injury. There we go.
Medic's being called.
Just the medic. Looks like he's got a bit of a ankle or knee injury that hopefully nothing too serious.
Yeah, I think he just felt a bit awkward when he got.
So, Mr. Lee Stones, thank you for joining us tonight. How do you feel the first sort of 30 minutes has gone for Bahrain?
Yeah, like you say, it's they were a big physical side, and we've soaked up quite a lot of pressure so far. I mean, to be only 8 points behind at this point, it's definitely got a game on here, and it should be interesting. What we'd like to see is those big guys tire a little bit, and hopefully bring on some youth in the second half and see what they can do. But no, it's a good game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. The boys will be looking to run riot certainly in that second half. Just about managing this momentum. Ain managed to build up plenty of errors from both sides. Not complete ascendancy in any particular area other than the set piece. Bahrain certainly fronting up in D. Some really nice hits coming in.
It looks like he's actually hurt his neck a little bit there. Medic's fast on the case and looking after him. Again, just like we said before, the Ain have been fantastic hosts to us. And yeah, hopefully we had a good game. Hopefully he's not too hurt.
Absolutely. Plenty of time left. Looks like he is coming to his feet. No stretcher required. Just needed a sip of water. He was thirsty, I believe.
Half an orange back in my day is what you got.
Good old pat on the back, eh, mate?
Yeah, pat on the back,
absolutely.
soft sponge and half an orange and away you go. That, of course, was pre-concussion protocols. But
Exactly. Got to look after the players.
indeed.
That grade matters. All that matters.
I think some of
There
them out
we go.
there have
He
used
is-
up more than others, but
He is
yeah,
off
he's
the
up and he's-
field, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's walking though. He looks all right. I think he's just took a good
Oh,
bang.
he's getting carried.
He's getting carried.
Just in the bottom right of your screen there. He's being carried over the threshold by his newlywed husband.
Or maybe he's being carried back to the 10 position.
Good to see. He seems healthy, in good spirits. Yeah, gets a bit of a round of applause from the boys. And looks like game on. Yeah, it should be a Bahrain scrum. Yeah, I believe it's just knocked down. Knocked down by the Ain winger here. Just in this near touchline. Here we go. Clock is back on. Running. We're about 30 minutes into this fixture. Bahrain would absolutely die for another score before half time. That's a tyrant of a scrum by Ain. Not the cleanest ball to Wilhelm. Just not the nudge you wanted there, but it landed outside the 22 at least, and Ain looking to counter. Not really sure what the goal of that kick was. Not quite high enough for a chip. Not really finding any grass, so outside of the boot from Wilhelm. But good pressure from the D. The lads can't fault the effort in defence, but again, another unnecessary penalty, allowing Ain just to exit out of the half. Not 10 called. And that is a red card. Oliver Sanson. Didn't quite see what that was for.
Tackled him early.
Just an early tackle off the tap and go. Ollie Sanson on his return then. A red card. Bahrain down to 14 men. Down to 14 for the remainder. That will not help their cause by any means. We'll have to play out this game without a number 8 at scrum time. An area where they are struggling slightly. There we go then. Another opportunity for Ain just to slot this as close to the into the Bahrain half as possible. Hopefully within driving maul range, which has looked really dangerous so far. Touch judge coming in. Looks like he's got something to say. Hey, snitches get stitches. Nothing happened. You saw nothing. Play on. Be interesting to see what they are discussing. Yeah, gives the time to the lads to just to reset, recalibrate. Certainly discuss what's going wrong, what's going right, where they can target this Ain team. I think at the moment it's just a lot of ball retention. When they've in phases, they've looked dangerous. Certainly when that splicing run through the middle from Matt Richards, like just more of the same. They just need to retain the ball, less errors, more discipline in defence. They can really start to rack up some pressure on this Ain team. But so far, Ain, 8 points up, looking comfortable. Certainly looking in the driving seat of this game so far. Deservedly ahead on the scoreboard.
Did you hear what he said? Or
Nick Young having a little chat with the referee. Lovely crowd, as we said. Great setup here at Ain. It's actually the first time, certainly in my time since around 2015, we've actually visited this club. So fantastic to see the setup they have here. Really great support. Really great setup. Lovely grandstand. And that is an absolute killer nudge right into the corner. That's absolutely fantastic from the Ain player there. He'd be chuffed.
Did something, we still don't know what that was. He tackled him after the quick tap and didn't make it up, basically.
Here we go then. Bahrain will be hanging on for dear life here. 8-point deficit. Bearable. Slap another 7 points onto that. It's starting to look a little bit daunting for the second half. We'll take that though. Really important scrum for the boys. They have to exit clean here. Be interesting to see. Obviously, they're going to have someone there in the 8 slot. No open side this side for Bahrain. But this is super important. I don't imagine they'll pick off the base then if they haven't got an open side on this side. Looks like Sean's going to... and they do. That is an interesting call with no open side flanker to help and support. But they do manage to retain, fortunately. Just that'll do now. Not too many phases. Someone needs to drop in the pocket and boom goes the dynamite. Here we go. That is straight down the throat of the pitch. Not where he wanted to put the ball. Just gives them plenty of time to counter. Bahrain organised quite well considering. Here we go then. A little bit of line speed from Bahrain. Surely put some pressure on. There we go. And then we can really push them back. But it's penalty advantage. Ain, I'm sure they'll take the points here again. Similar sort of region of the pitch as the previous kick. He made no mistake there. I'm sure he'll have the confidence here just to step up and say, I'm knocking this over. He's also got the confidence to say, I'm putting on the 5 metre line. And I can't blame him the way he's been kicking. And it's another absolute classic. Incredible. That is really, really nice play. Makes no mistake with that little pitching wedge into the corner. Here we go then. Amblers, no reason that they shouldn't be looking to drive this, I'm sure. Their first try off a beautiful driving lineup. Looking really dangerous. Bahrain, I'm sure they'll stay down. Just look to sack. They trying some funny business off the back. They do, but Bahrain flying through, flooding through the gap. Just closing off. Closing off that attack from Ain. They go blind. It looks like he's got some pace here. Nice carry. Timed that line very nicely. Bahrain deal with it well though. And now it's just a case of no penalties. Don't give them anything for free here, Bahrain. Just trust your defence. Here you go. Pick and goes, pick and goes. Really, really good line speed by Big G there. The tight head prop. Just incredible work rate. You love to see that after a hard half of scrummaging. He's having some afters as well. Oh, he's been nudged over. Mind yourself. Some handbags from the boys. Bahrain could do with not losing another man. But it's good to see that energy from Big G, especially one of the leaders of the team. A quiet man, but he lets his play speak for itself. Nick Young bringing in the boys for a little chat. I'm sure the referee giving Nick Young, the captain, Bahrain captain, a nudge just to have a chat with his boys. The discipline, the penalty count has just been through the roof this half. Here we go then. What's the call? A tap and go. Mixing it up. Can't knock it. Really nice. Saul and Brandon off the line there. Just heavy hits. Love to see the work rate. Be interesting to see the breakdown of what the penalties are for. Do they manage to squeak in the corner? No, just a foot in touch. Bahrain cover really well there. Bahrain with the chance to exit. Really good defence. Exactly what they needed. No more points before half time. Go in. Reset. Regain. Let the leaders talk. Get some information on from the coaches. And start fresh. 0-0 second half. Not a bad exit. Just a tad rushed, but they do reach the 22. Just to leave a tiny little bit of pressure. They're not camped out on their try line anymore. Take that. Just with 14 men, they managed to just to gut up. Don't let Elaine over the line. That could have really crushed some spirits out there. Yes, and they look like they do steal that. Yes, nice, nice. Here we go then. Can the boys get unleashed in a bit of space? Josh Petcher with the ball here. Just gets caught. Lovely tackle from the Elaine player there. Bahrain, sure, just simple here. Build some phases. Honestly, Talal just carries outside of the 22. Not allowing the boys to kick out on the full here. But they are looking to play. Josh Petro stays in really well. Very nice. Hey, the boys are here to play. Even from their own half. Lovely hands there. Really nice. Just a little tip onto the outside shoulder. I'm putting some nice phases here. Big G with the hands. He can do it all. Here we go. Good. That's Diego just on the far wing there. Nearly got away, just got scragged. Here you go, Bahrain building some really nice phases. This is the best short period of play, certainly for Bahrain, but Big G pass was just a tad behind him, but with the advantage, Bahrain won't panic too much. Just about a minute or so remaining in this half, I would say. So potentially a last attack chance for Bahrain. Here we go then. Little nudge. Little pea shooter onto the halfway line. Probably would have liked a little bit, tad more distance there. Perhaps the touchy's been a little bit harsh. Here we go then. Can Bahrain get a little bit of clean ball? Yes, they do. Nice clean ball off the top. Sean. I say clean ball. The delivery wasn't too clean, but the ball is out to the backs. Here we go, Josh Petro. Look dangerous on the ball so far. There we go. The boys just need to stay in and regain the ball. Where's the 9? Here we go. Here's Sean to distribute. He's arriving just a little bit late. He is an old boy, so we'll let him off. Here we go then. Bahrain building some really good phases here. Moving the ball through the hands. Really good. Here we go. Through the middle as well. Chris Kropp looks to get away with the big fend. That is gorgeous. Lovely try. Bahrain just left that side of the post. You love to see that. That's a really well worked few minutes of play from Bahrain. Really nicely into their pattern. Just balling out. Beautiful hands from all players. Even Big G with the miss one. from a tight head prop, but really nice work down this close touch line by Josh Petro. And the boys are back in the mix. 12-15 with the kick to come.
Touchline to touchline action.
Absolutely.
Boys defending on their 5.
Like I said, yeah, not afraid to play out their own half as well.
That was great, yeah. Josh Petro again, working really well on the outside to get back in from the wing.
Love to see that, yeah. A couple of really effective carries there from him. And the
That's
kick is
good.
good. And that takes us to the half-time whistle. And now we have got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. 15-14 at the half. The hosts leading, but Bahrain with the momentum and looking to play some really nice rugby. So, the boys staying out for half-time. We'll be right back just in a few minutes with the second half. Go and get your drinks, go and get your cup of tea, go and get your coffee, whatever your drink of choice is. And get set for a dynamite second half. We're looking forward to it. We'll be right back. Here we go. We are back for the second half. Bahrain's a kick-off. Well taken from Ain. So as we said before the half, we have got a game on our hands, a serious game on our hands. Both teams not giving an inch, but a few comments about the referee, and certainly a lot of very high penalty count in that first half. But it's just up to the teams to play the ref. If he's going to be blowing up, just play safe. And this time it goes Bahrain's way. Another penalty. Off the feet, Jean goes. Alain disciplined not to tackle there. Funny little chip in behind, but he does find space. Good pressure from Diego. Hoping to get a good outcome here. Alain, I'm sure, will waste no time in exiting here. Not wanting to concede first this first half. And they get chopped up behind the line. Again, another penalty. It's just not good enough, boys. Both teams. Nick Young, the skipper, getting called in again. We'll have to get a bit of input from the players after the game to see what the communication from the ref has been. But at the moment, very trigger happy with that whistle. Josh Petro here. Here we go. Matty Richards scoring that first try. Lovely feet on him. Breaks that first tackle. Back to Josh Petro. These two, the dynamite duo, really putting some good work in today. Here we go. Jean to Cam Thompson. Big prop. Lovely dynamic carry. A stray hoof of a boot comes through the ruck. Totally legal though. That's a great pickup. I think that's really well done. I think that was Dan Dryden. He's probably lost a few layers of skin off his butt cheeks from that, but looks like he's just slid in a bit of sandpaper. Well, wouldn't you know it? It's another penalty. Bahrain obviously still down to 14 men. That red card, Ollie Sanson believed it was for tackling that man early on the tap and go, not retreat intent. And I imagine, as it was a red, probably some back chat. But that's TBC. We will get the lowdown from him after the match. Here we go. Lovely nudge into the corner. And this is going to be a tough night at the office if Bahrain don't fix their discipline. Especially with this absolute pinpoint accuracy. Kicking into the corner, just suffocating Bahrain into their own 22 at every chance he has. Here we go then. I have to say, lovely counter ruck from Bahrain. Here we go. And that's been another penalty. Not releasing. Or here we go, Josh Petro. Clear the lines. Old Faithful, get that boot through it. Good nudge by the looks of it. Up to the halfway line. Be really happy with that result. Good exit. Really good work from the forward pack there just to counter, put some pressure on our lane, not give them any easy ball. Defending for their life, but it's the point of not wanting to be put under pressure in your own 22. And these penalties are just killing sort of both teams at the moment, but Bahrain are struggling most territory-wise. Here we go then, Nick Young. First throw in, and that's not straight. We could see that we had a good angle on that. Unfortunately, that was very skew. Won't argue with that referee.
Yep.
Obviously, the new law in effect now. If the line out is uncontested, it doesn't have to be straight, but unfortunately, Alain did go up there. Here we go then. I believe the first scrum of the second half, if I'm not mistaken. See how a little bit of a rest in the legs, a little bit of a reset from Bahrain. If they can get a little bit more confidence in this. Still scrumming with 7 men, obviously. Shout out again to everyone watching Bahrain. We've got our director of Wallace, director of rugby tuning in. Shout out Adam Wallace. He'll be having a keen eye on a lot of the lads today. Obviously, the first and second team squads being quite transient this year. The first team playing in the West Asia Super Rugby tournament. And a lot of lads out here today getting some minutes into their legs and looking to push for that first team squad slot. Really good to have some competition throughout our squads this year. Here we go then. Hold on a minute. Another penalty. A bonsoir to you, James Cook, back in England, tuning in. One of our stalwart fans from overseas. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to see your name pop up. Sheldon Bennett, Alan Blake, some more of our Golden Oldie contingent watching back home. Thank you so much for tuning in. Here we go then, another line out. Not cleanly taken, but Elaine do still keep hold of the ball. And a big barrel and carry just outside the 22. Here we go then. Finally a penalty goes Bahrain away, and it's an important one. Give chance to exit their lines. Here we go, Josh Petro, get that boot through this ball. Let's start to build some momentum. Outside of our half, preferably. That's a hell of a nudge. What a nudge. Love to see that. Just the confidence to boom that straight into the Elaine half. Really nice outcome. Bahrain looking to tidy up their set piece now then. It's stolen just a little bit too easy for Elaine to read that. Just a tad slow over the ground. Bahrain. And just not quite the dynamic lift they're after. Referee letting that go. Yes, there we go. Finally got the result Bahrain needed. So Bahrain scrum. Here we go then, approaching 10 minutes into this half. Not much to choose between the two sides. Plenty of penalties early doors. Sort of a theme of the game, certainly one of the headlines so far. Just discipline from the both teams. Sure the changes will come on. Looks like Elena just making a switch up front. Trading a big boy for a bigger boy. Let's see how this pans out now. Some fresh legs in the front row, so important. Especially at crunch time. Bahrain backpedaling a little bit. It's come out the side, just not secured. It's really letting them down, but they do regain. And I'm half certain he's making up rules now, but here we go. Another penalty. So this time he makes a mistake. A little bit of a let off for Bahrain. It's one of his first off that. Matty Richards is feeling himself today, running out. He is finding space. He's such a dynamic runner when he gets going. Very elusive. Fit as you like as well. He'll just keep going all day. And really impressive performance from him so far. And that's lovely hands down the wing to Chris Kropp, I believe it is. And he's running it in, but needs just a little bit of support. Who will get there? Hoo-hoo. Really good cover tackle. And here we go. Brandon McGee picks up. Really exciting here. Bahrain, if they can get some quick ball, they've got a lane scrambling, but slow down ever so slightly there. Cam Thompson, lovely hands. Big G on the trundle. And he slots it over. What a carry. Big G, the tight end prop, been all over the gaff in open play today. Lovely silky hands from Cam Thompson as well, his counterpart in the front row. You just love to see that. That's a really well worked team try. Awesome break up the touch line as well by Chris Kropp. Took a bit of time to look for that support. Secured the ball, and Bahrain are in front for the first time in the game. Taking the scores to 19-15 to Bahrain. And it looks like big Brandon might be coming on for G. After a big score, the man could do with the rest. Here we go then, the kick to come. Josh Petro off the tee. What's he got in the locker? Can he slot it? Would be great to put some more pressure on. Unfortunately, a little bit wide. Looked to strike it well, but didn't manage to get the result he wanted. Here we go then. Bahrain taking the lead 4 points ahead. 30 minutes to play, give or take. Brandon, the golden oldie, replacing Gihad for his debut today. A big man, plenty of caps in him for the golden oldies, but this is his first senior rugby first team or second team game. And he'll be looking to make a big impact for a big man. It's a great take off the kickoff. Really confident, silky take. Bahrain with the lead now. Surely just look to exit and just look to put some pressure down on the lane team. But honestly, the ambition to play out their own half has been admirable, but it's not without its risks, as we've seen. Here we go then, Cam Thompson again. He's been so good in that role today. Just feeding other players into a bit of space. Off the short 9 ball. Here we go, lovely carry as well. Great, powerful carry by Chris Kropp, I believe that was. Here we go, Brandon McGee. Just the silky hands from Bahrain today. They're really playing some beautiful rugby. Some champagne stuff. Moving the ball beautifully. That's the lane player's off his hand. He's got his hand on the ball, but he was off his feet. Here we go, Saul Piper. Up the guts, big carry, big strong boy. Just don't get ripped. Lovely stuff, the workhorse, Saul Piper. Another golden oldie coming into the fray today. Good nudge. We'll take that. And it looks like, yeah, Bahrain did have the penalty advantage just for the high tackle. Nothing too malicious in it by the looks of it, but just the penalty this time. So it wouldn't hurt Bahrain for a lane to pick up a yellow. A yellow or 3 would be quite nice. Here we go then. You can just feel the momentum of the game is slightly shifting now. Bahrain really starting to feel himself. He's just caught that on the outside of his boot, Josh Petro, though, and he's missed touch. Key moment that is. Oh, but he makes that hit. Absolutely melts him. Frustrated after the slightly shanked kick and wins the penalty. Josh Petro, you have redeemed yourself, young man. Absolutely fantastic. What a hit. He's absolutely buzzing with that. And will he have another? He'll have another go as well. Will he take the points? We'll see. Absolutely melted him. Fantastic hit. Perfectly legal, perfect height. Makes no mistake here. Just on the 22. On the narrow angle, hard to get it any tighter than that, really. Here we go then. I hope you're enjoying it at home. wherever you're watching, as much as we are here. Tantalising second half. Now both sides, I'm sure, will be emptying their benches soon. It's going to be a tough, hard-fought second half, and the benches are really going to have a massive part to play in this. And the first nice, clean ball for Bahrain off the top. Good take from Saul. Not sure whether it was supposed to come off the top, but here we are. There we go. Dished out. Here we go. Oh! Another big hit from the Ain defence. Here we go. Good carry, Dan Searle, I believe that is one of our Saudi contingent. Wearing the number 8 shirt today. Chant to Josh Petro. Dan Dryden, little clip inside Chris Kropp. Chris Kropp has had really nice impacts on this game today. When he's popped up, he's carried really well, secured ball fantastically well. Here we go then, big Brandon. Oh, he gets the offload out the back door as well. Bit of UAE rugby. The man's got it all. Bahrain with the advantage, playing with a free ball by the looks of it. Is it advantage? Perhaps not. Big carry from Brandon. Just running a little bit isolated there. Looks like the boys are just sort of one-up runners at the minute. They need to get a little bit of structure back. Josh Petro standing very deep there, but takes us to the line. Still edges towards the gain line. But who's going to take control of this game now? This is where your leaders are so important. Who's going to step up, dictate the pace of this game? So time off. It's like a potential penalty. Little injury. The clock is off. We're at 57 minutes. And the pressure is starting to rack up on Ain. We'll see what ammunition they have to bring off the bench. But Bahrain certainly have a very young, exuberant and energetic bench to bring off. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm sure some of the older legs on that pitch are starting to feel it now. So plenty of rugby to play. But we love to see the momentum swing in the favour of Bahrain. Come on, the boys. Here we go. You can see the naughty boy, Ollie Stanson there. Just in the middle left of your screen. Arms folded. He's still grumpy and he's very cross. He got sent off. Looks like George Swinson could be coming on with the scrum cap. Very young gentleman, just 16 years of age, turning 17 very soon. A powerful Colt for our Colt side for Bahrain. And to make a debut at that age is something very special for him and his family. Let's see what he can add to this performance today. Warming up with his Colt counterpart, Alex Stones. A big, rangy second row, back row, who can come on and make a really big impact today. Both the lads chomping at the bit to make a good showing of themselves today. Great to see. Just got a little bit of an injury here. Physios are on, taking their time. Lee Stones joining me here in the commentary booth once again. Any comments for you from this first half of the second half?
Well, again, what an exciting game of rugby we got in front of us. I forgot what I was doing then.
Speechless.
It's speechless. But again, you know, it's great to see. I mean, that's 2 or 3 times that we've been on our try line pretty much, and we've defended well, turned over, and then not afraid to put the ball through hands. And big Chris running lovely, and again Brandon with a couple of really big, lovely short runs up there and getting over the game line, and it's great to see. Yeah. I think that might be Cam who's down. I'm not sure. But yeah.
We'll give him some privacy. Won't zoom on it.
Yeah, no, leave him alone. But yeah, no, it's a very good second half, and if the boys can just keep their composure now, defend well. It is, and that is indeed George coming on. George Swinton, 16 years old, one of my colts, who we coach between me and Rory. Dana and Foxy also Colts coaches, so
Absolutely.
they'll be pretty proud as well. It's a pretty proud moment.
Fantastic achievement for the young man coming on. What a moment for him. He's been around the club since he was a much younger man. And now making his senior debut. Looks like Stuart as well. The South African wearing the 22 shirt. He'll be slotting in to the wing. Not sure who's on for, probably Diego by the looks of it.
And again, great to see Cole coming on and getting some last-minute words of advice from his more experienced forward pack there. George, I know I've seen him play quite a lot, and he's a very hard-running young man. Big future ahead of him, I would imagine, in rugby. We've got him again next year as well, because he's only 16. His father as well, not as good as him, Mark, plays for the boys across the pond for Cobar Rugby Club. And also a big shout out to Cobar Rugby Club, the boys, probably some of them watching again today. Our brothers from across the causeway.
Looks like the injured player is just coming off now on a stretcher.
We don't particularly want to show that, but
Won't show that, but
I think
not
he's
sure
all
how
right.
serious. Didn't quite see the impact from this angle. It was a big one. Hopefully nothing too serious, although it's not looking too great, but always better to be safe than sorry with a stretcher. Always good to have a good medical team around for these big impacts. Hope is all as well, and we wish him a speedy recovery.
Was it Cam?
Here we go then, getting set to return to play. Josh Petro with ball in hand. Looks like the T is on the pitch. Looks like Bahrain will be taking the points here. Relatively straightforward, just right centre of the posts. Just within the 10 metre line. Sort of smack bang in the middle of the 22 and 10 metre line, so relatively straightforward, straight kick. Just needs a nice connection on this and it will sail over. Relatively routine for Josh. I've seen him kicking in practice and warm-up. Really confident, big boot on him. He's got those long range kicks in him as well. So this one should be written in the stars for him. But don't let me curse it for you. Here we go then. Bahrain with a chance to go 7 clear. That'll be a nice little bit of daylight. They wouldn't mind more, but 7 points clear, give them a little bit of breathing room. And they played some awesome rugby in the second half. Cannot fault the effort from the lads. It's been really entertaining stuff. Really silky skills. Really nice structure from the lads. And here we go, Josh Petro. Looks like a nice strike. He does nudge it beautifully over. Very nice. Like I said, just a routine kick for him. He had plenty of legs on that. Sent it into Rosed. And here we go. Bahrain. 22-15 up. With about 20 to go. Here we go. Nice clean take here. Would be lovely from Bahrain. Exit back into the lane half. Just relieve pressure. Oh, unfortunate. He's just come onto that with a bit too much energy. I think that was George. It's just he's made a 20-metre break there before he's carried it in his mind, I think. Just a little bit too excited, but sure that won't set the tone for his game. Really exciting young player. Here we go then. New front rows. Big Brandon taking over Big G on the tight end side. And Elaine still have that dominance there. Trundling forward. Put a knock on. Oh! Little tackle after the whistle. Dan Dryden. Cheeky there. Surprised that wasn't a penalty from the ref. Here we go. Bahrain need to lock this down here. They are backpedaling just a tad. Need to put everything into this. Looks like Brandon McGee stepped forward into the loose head position. I believe it was Cam Thompson with the injury there, coming off on the stretcher. Wish him all the best. Hopefully nothing too serious. But no doubt he'll be getting the best care possible now. Sean with the put in. Decent game from the scrum half. He's distributed well. He's certainly got the backs moving. And that's a nice ball. Get it to Stewie in some space, and he's got some pace on him. He's got some wheels. Good pressure there. Slows his feet to make the tackle. Very nice. That's going to stay in. Who's this under that high ball? Chris Crop takes it really well. Is it Chris Crop? Can't quite tell. I believe so. Number 12, Dan Dryden. Sorry. Getting those two mixed up today. Dan Dryden, really nice there. Bloody dynamic. George with his big first carry. Big senior rugby carry. Laid the shoulder there. Makes a yard. Josh Petro. Really good carry there. Good game from the fullback today. Playing slightly opposition, usually as a winger, but he can do it all. Certainly had a really good impact at fullback. Here we go then. Sean, really nice distribution. Straight to Josh again. Carry it, and he makes the break. It could be through here. Could be good on the touch that. Yes, sir, and he finishes. Wasn't quite sure about the ground in there. He was twisting, he was turning, but try time. That is the cherry on top. Really good performance from Josh today. And now Bahrain have a nice little bit of breathing room. Let's not get too excited. Still plenty of rugby to play here. But that is a great individual effort from Josh. The Elaine defence potentially just tiring, just dropping off some tackles they otherwise wouldn't have earlier in the game. And Josh Petro showing his quality there. He'll be over the moon. Here we go. Beautiful nudge there. Sorry, we lost audio there for a second. Beautiful nudge by Josh. 30-15 the score now then. 15-point buffer. Bahrain be over the moon with that. Incredible. That's a really nice nudge from Elaine though. Oof. Nearly intercepted, but a knock on from Elaine. Good nudge. Chris Scott with the chase. Here we go. Bahrain need to squash this counter attack here. They will be scrambling a little bit. Looks to be a little bit of space out wide. Could really do with not conceding here. Good cover there. Really good cover. Sorry. And they'll need to work. Here we go. Elaine still building some. Great D there from Bahrain. Here we go then. Bahrain with the put-in, looking to exit their lines. Really good shove from Elaine.
I'm glad I have a jacket. I'm glad I wore my jacket.
Yes, exactly.
Mind you, it's all relative. 25 degrees is probably not really cold, is it?
We're a bit privileged, aren't we?
Yeah.
Here we go in. Another little put-in from Elaine. Bahrain will be screaming just to quash this attack. Cannot let Elaine get back into this now. Looks like a little bit of space out wide. They do not manage to go, but penalty offside. Damn. 14 minutes left remaining in this fixture. 15 points, definitely not an unassailable buffer to conquer for Elaine. Certainly they've lost it. Interesting to see what they do here. Like I said, they are 3 scores clear. They need a try here. There's still time to play, but they do need a try in the next minute or two to give themselves the best chance. See what they can do off this scrum. It's been a really area of strength for them today against the Bahrain pack. Here we go. Elaine, just pick up and go off the back. Here we go. The 8. I think it looks to be a little bit knocked on. Is it? But they are here to play still. Not lying down, taking the defeat. They know they need points soon. Oof, flying into that tackle. Just need to watch this discipline here. Looks like the advantage could be over. Looks Bahrain just slipping off tackle. Really nice strong carry there from Elaine, and that looks like it could be a 7-point try there. Nice easy kick. Like I said, they are not lying down. They are not accepting defeat. Looks like they still have some energy in their legs, and Bahrain cannot afford to switch off here and give them any more momentum. So this will take it down to 8-point lead for Bahrain. Still 2-score game. About 12 minutes remaining. Oh, blocked! You don't see it often, but absolutely fantastic charge down. Colby-esque. You love to see it. Absolutely, yeah. Lovely charge down there. James Wheeler with the charge down there. We had one of our Saudi contingent training with the boys, and that could prove to be vital. That'll certainly sting for the Elaine team to see that easy 2 blocked. Just those little shifts in psychology and in energy can really make the difference. So still 10-point game then. Bahrain still with a relatively healthy buffer, but plenty of time to play, especially with Elaine breaking tackles like that. Oh, Stu just slips off the tackle. Oh, that's a great hit. Really well played there. I think that was Matt Richards on the cover tackle, putting his body on the line. And we love to see that. Elaine sitting a little bit deep, but carried through. Bahrain just falling off tackles. They really need to start getting their defensive structure back, coming off the line, getting some double hits, and there we go. Beads of sweat coming down my forehead. We're getting a little bit nervous here. Although it does feel about -5 here in the commentary booth.
I apologise if the camera's shaking a little bit because of my legs.
Current weather update, 20 degrees, and we are embarrassing.
And should have not worn shorts.
Next time I will be wearing long johns. This is cold desert air, surprisingly cold.
Chicken legs.
Here we go then. Sean with the put-in. He'll be looking just to feed this straight into the second row's feet. And they do get it away clean. That's beautiful. Really nice. Josh Petro opts for the bouncing grubber. A little bit of an awkward one for the winger fullback to take. Nice, good work from Stu, but just leaves that wing wide open again. Whereas the defensive structure, the kick chase was just a little bit disjointed. We can't fault the effort, but just the organisation just lacking. Bit of a theme of the day. Hey, we'll take that. Penalty. Kill that clock a little bit. Penalty Bahrain. Take your time, lads. There is no rush. We are 10 points ahead. Let's just wind this clock down a little bit. I mean, Bahrain have played some really good rugby in spurts. Another score might just take them out of reach. So, just a decision from the players. They can feel more of the momentum, how it feels on the pitch. They can feel how much energy is coming from the Ain team. Do we push for another score, or do we just wind this clock down? We suck out as much time out of the clock as possible. Yep, another knock on. Amblers knock on. This will kill another minute or so on the clock. I mean, this could be a really big win for Bahrain. Currently sitting 7th in the UAE Division 1 league. However, they've only obviously played 2 games compared to everyone's 3 or 4 games. So they do have a game in hand. And this could be a really big scalp for them. Taking off the undefeated top of the table team, Ain Amblers, in their debut season in the UAE Division 1 competition. Again, that scrum's still going backwards. The Ain front row, worth their weight in gold at the moment. Ain opting to slow it down, and I'm sure they'll be seeking that corner. Their fly half has just been absolutely clinical on most instances with that boot today, especially off the penalties. Looks like Brandon McGee is down. Move from the second row into the front row today. What a workhorse he's been. He's had some really good moments. Hope. Absolutely, could mean the entrance of another young player. Alex Stones here in your picture, wearing number 16. Another young Colt. He's come through the Bahrain system, and we're excited to see what he can bring to this game today. Be really good to see 5 or 10 minutes into him.
Proud dad moment. Coached him since he was very young, so if he's any good, it's my fault. If he's rubbish, it's his own fault. Yeah, it's great to see the Colts getting involved. Again, testament to the effort put in by like Rory and Dana and Foxy, and I do a little bit as well, but nonetheless, again, it's brilliant.
Absolutely, like I said, coming through the system, all the way through the age grades into the senior rugby. That is what grassroots rugby is all about, and that is what developing talent is all about. So it's great to see. Like I said, proud dad moment.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm happy for you, but I can see that tear in your eye.
Oh, yeah.
Beading up. Let's see.
And his mum's at the darts tonight, having it large.
I hope she's watching.
Oh, she might be watching. I see Alan Blake's watching at the darts, so hopefully he's nudging Laura right now and saying, "Here comes your little boy." I say little, he's 6'6", but
yeah, not so little.
not so little.
The beanpole's coming on. Tell you what, he could shore up the line out. That'd be nice.
Oh yeah, he definitely goes up high.
Here we go. Another injury. Looks like the stretcher's coming on once again. Hopefully, again, not too serious, but the stretcher's seen plenty of action today, which you do not like to see under any circumstances. And it looks like it. I think it is Brandon.
It is Brandon, yeah.
It is Brandon. He was moving arms and legs on the floor, so...
Yeah, I think he's all right. I think it's just a precautionary thing.
Yeah.
Now they've got the golf buggy on.
Here we go.
And just while we're here as well, just a little shout out to some of the boys watching in Phuket, Thailand, where me and Alex go and play with the Phuket Vagabonds, our summer team. So any of the boys watching, can't wait to see you. We're coming out to play you in May and then me and Alex, and then we're bringing my usual contingent of Bahrain players for you, and we'll be over in end of June to come and play some rugby with the Phuket Vagabonds. So shout out to them boys.
Love to see that. Great community club. Here we go, just a little bit of break and play. We'll be right back just in a few moments. Please entertain yourself. Take the chance to go grab another drink, and we'll be right back. Here we go then. Back to action. Didn't actually stop the clock there, so I would say we're probably on about 4 minutes remaining. Perhaps a tad longer, 4 or 5 minutes remaining. And sort of Elaine getting into last ditch attempt territory now. They've got to throw the kitchen sink at this.
Alex did go up on a good steal there.
Elaine really needing 2 tackles. Yep. So Alex Stones has taken to the pitch. Really nice lift in the job there. In the line out from the young colt. Here we go. Elaine, Silky, Jean. He's really powerful carry from this meatball of a bloke. Elaine, powerful carries. Bahrain finally getting off the line. Just slipping off that tackle. Nice. Here we go. Can Bahrain just weather this storm for another few minutes? Looks like they could be over. They do touch down. That is another 5-point score. Looks like there could potentially be some handbags afterwards, but no, we're all good. Oh, he's brave to drop that, and he does creep over. But that takes us to 30-27, creeping in to the dying moments of this game.
You did ask for a close game, if I remember at the beginning of the feed. This is what you got.
From this point on, it doesn't matter for me who wins. It's great, fantastic.
So just amended our game clock. Approximately 2 minutes remaining in this. Just a 3-point deficit in it now.
Cole is on as well on the wing.
Cole Crawford coming on as well. Another young gun, one of our Colts. 3 on the pitch now. Here we go, nice deep kick. Just what the doctor ordered. Good game management, but Bahrain have just slipped off a few tackles in really important times today. Here we go. Now this is an important couple of minutes. And the lads just dropping off tackles. They need to retain this ball a little bit. Josh Petra's back there. What will he do? He nudges and he's out on the full. Not what we wanted there. Take a little bit off the clock, but just game management and a little bit more composure here is required. I was searching for that word.
Let's hope they throw the 6'6" frame of Alex Stones up in a little steal. He almost got the last one, to be fair.
A steal would be an absolute delight here from the young Colt. Certainly a hard man to throw over. 6'6" frame. Quite a slight man, but he will fly up for sure. He does get up, but surely not straight, referee. Looked a little bit screw-off to me. But here we go. Elaine, probably with or potentially the final attack of the game. Bahrain need to hold out. Here we go then. Good hit, Brandon. He needs to work up to his feet. The lads really need to work for each other here. They cannot afford to slip off tackles. They cannot afford to let a clean break. Oh, they do turn it over. Ooh, and Cole Corwood as well. He's still going. Can't quite tell. Number 20, I think that's Cole there. Yes, Bahrain get the advantage. Penalty advantage as well. What would the call be here? Is that the clock in the red? We've got the clock in the red. Over 80 minutes now. He's not tapping it. So are they playing the line out? They are. Looks like the clock's not dead by the looks of it. The refs of it. I thought if you tapped it first and then you kicked out, I might be incorrect. Please someone correct us in the comment section. But I believe the refs probably said one more play there.
Oh, great take by Bahrain.
Looks like Bahrain have regained there.
And advantage.
And advantage. Beautiful. Oof. Right, lads. Come on, slow it down. The pack need to work here. Nick Young, he's played a full 80. Just needs to muster another 30 seconds to a minute of hard work here. They just need to not be turned over here. Surely that's the 80-minute mark. Surely, yeah. It looks like that could be full time. And it is. What a game. What a performance. Messy in patches, but what an absolute grind from the lads. To win that showed great character. To come back from the first half onslaught from Elaine and to really rally in that middle third and just put on an absolute barnstormer performance. A lot of new faces, a lot of old faces, but really, really strong, hearty performance from the lads. So happy with that. Lee Stones, any thoughts on the matter?
I mean, what a fantastic game of rugby. Yeah, really rewards the fact that all the boys worked hard to come over here. Again, happy for Gibbo and JP. Took their day out to come and coach and sort us out, and it's just brilliant. Yeah, I mean, to beat the top of the table, Alain, away, fantastic. I'm so proud of the boys.
Absolutely, couldn't have said it better myself. Incredible heart, determination, grit. They did not want to give that up, and they came away with a hard-fought win. That is Elaine with their first loss of the season in the UAE Division 1 competition. Bahrain leaving here with, I believe, that's a 4-try bonus point. I could be mistaken. We'll look back at the replay. But fantastic. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. It's been amazing. Thank you all to all our sponsors, members, guests, supporters. Your support is absolutely invaluable to us. And please join us tomorrow. We've got a home game. Our first team are taking to the pitch their first fixture at home in 2025. They're taking on the Abu Dhabi Harlequins. So we look forward to welcoming you tomorrow at the rugby club. It is an open day for non-members. So bring all your pals, bring all your friends. There's completely open to the public. And we're going to have an absolute barnstormer tomorrow. 2 p.m. kickoff, Abu Dhabi Harlequins at home.